guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our test account and we are checking out the Bountiful trials of Trishea, Trishea, whatever you want to call her, guys. Let's go ahead and run through these trials. Now overall, most players are not super impressed with the performance that we're seeing within this hero. And I've kind of felt the same. It seems like she is kind of a mix between a couple different heroes, but we're not seeing a ton of effectiveness within the hero. Even with the stationary attacking things of that nature, she doesn't bring a lot of utility to combat formations, which is unfortunate. But this one, guys, we're running Taylene, then we're running Gorvo, we have Lorzin, we have Respin, which most people don't use Respin. And then, of course, we have Trishea right there in the bottom. And again, it doesn't seem like she is overall doing an incredible amount of damage. We're not seeing a ton of utility, even not seeing a lot of, I guess, viability within formations as of right now. Of course, that could also always change as we continue to go through formation. But even here, guys, Taylene, 3 million right there. And she's kind of unique depending on the team comps you're fighting. And that's really one of the big things, guys. So we're going straight down to this one. We're going to use this exact same formation. But remember, if she is using one specific, or actually this formation straight down, let's do the one over to, forgot the one over to our right. But what I was saying is, when it comes to the formations, guys, if there are 5 heroes, she uses one specific ability. If there are less than 5, so if there are between 2 heroes and 4 heroes, she uses one or another. So she will actually randomize which ability she is using. And then if there is only one hero, which we're going to look at after this, if there is only one hero, then she uses a different specific ability, which again is going to be crazy. So this one in here, guys, we have Mishka, we have Rowan, we have Lorzin up here, we have Iran, and then we do have Trishea right down in the bottom, which again, 5 heroes are up, so we know what ability she is going to use. Soon as we take down a target, then it is kind of RNG on what she is going to use. Once we get to one target, then again, there is specifically a way that she's going to cast. So the question remains, guys, and I want to see if she's now being used in any of the Cursed Realm, Nightmare Corridor, any of those. But the question becomes, even there 5.33, is what is it going to look like for boss fights where there's only one boss? Or what is going to be the RNG factor when you're going into a fight, let's say within the Cursed Realm or the Nightmare Corridor, where you're fighting different amounts of heroes. Again, it might be different just based on their formations. So this one, again, we're running the exact same comp, which Mishka, guys, is still one of an absolute monster hero. But even here, for her ability, it goes frontal. So even in there, 2.56, even her damage overall, not super impressive within the formations. Now looking at our final 2 camps, guys, it is using kind of the same. So we're using the combination of the awakened version of Taylene and Gorvo. She is actually going to the top, and then we're dropping Peanut in here, and these will be the last 2 formations. And then, like I said, I want to run through and see if we are seeing her utility, seeing her being used anywhere. Or again, right there, it didn't hit anybody. That's what I don't like about the ultimate ability, guys. It seems that back middle piece is really going to be the only time that she's going to be utilized. And also, remember, it is a small AoE damage. So I feel like overall, they might not have scaled her damage high enough to be effective in game modes, which honestly, preference-wise, guys, I'm super excited about, because if it is a hero that I do not need to build. Now, her avatar frame is really cool, even there, guys. So the ult came straightforward. There were no targets. The straightforward ult didn't hit anybody in that combination, which again is going to be kind of the RNG factor that we see for this hero. But of course, guys, you get a free stone out of here. You get some resources. Make sure you pick this up. And then, of course, out of here, the guild trials, just make sure you're going in there and picking up the diamonds. Now, like I said, I wanted to hop over and see if anyone within the guild or anyone within the boss modes over here, if we're seeing any utility in different formations. So let's check out the leaderboard, guys, and see if we can see a trial version of her in here and see exactly what she's doing in these formations. Now, I haven't looked for her as of yet. Look at there's Eins over here, guys, which is kind of crazy, but awesome to see. And then, of course, we have Matria. See, she is not being used. Let's look through one more. Then I'll check out the Nightmare Quarter, see. And that was kind of my initial thought, guys, is with the trial version, there might be a formation that she kind of sneaks into, or there might be a formation that we kind of do see her fall into, possibly. But again, at this point, it doesn't seem like we're seeing a lot of utility. Even here, there we have Scarlet. Even here is Orin. Boom, we have Matria in that one. The Awakened version of Thane. There is Belinda. And then the final one, see, she is not anywhere. Again, I'm not super disappointed, guys, that she is not showing up anywhere, just for the simple fact, like I said before, it's kind of interesting, and that's why I wanted to show the ability, guys, in this ultimate ability, which is kind of the weird one. So she launches a normal attack according to the guidance of the stars. The guidance of the stars is just based on how many heroes there are. So either casting Luminescence or Eclipse. After following the guidance, she receives a feather. So the small AoE damage to all enemies for a certain portion of her attack rating. This seems like they might not have put enough damage in here based on the attack rating that we're seeing. Now remember, guys, that Luminescent is what is going to cast if there are 5 heroes. If there are 2 to 4, it is random what it casts. And then Eclipse deals damage to the enemy hero with the highest health for 300% of the attack rating. This is what happens if there is one target, if there's one single target. When using the skill, her feathers float and form a glittering arc, which we've seen kind of around her. To use her ultimate ability, she has to have 7 feathers, but the 7 feathers does not consume energy. So essentially, you could possibly get her haste up to a good point, I guess, that Eclipse would work on a single target. But again, looking at the Nightmare Corridor, looking at the Curse Realm, we're not seeing her dropping in these formations, which again, it might be, unfortunately, well, fortunately, the way that you look at it, guys, that the Wilders really just got a not so good mage, which is funny because looking at the mages specifically within the Wilder faction, most of the mages in here are not too impressive. Lorzen fills a kind of a niche. Pippa's not used. We have Solus, that's not used. Lorzen just for the linking ability, but overall not used in a lot of different places. And now the new Wilder mage is doing the exact same, guys, following suit with really not too much utility. All right, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.